Okay, David. Now, you work with an environmental consultancy company.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a big growth in demand for your services lately?
Definitely. The industry growth, our company growth is double digit.
In the last year?
Past 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a growing, booming industry.
What are people coming to you mostly with now? Is it all about carbon and carbon management?
We started off as a fairly traditional environmental consultancy, so we cover the whole range, but carbon is definitely one of the boom areas, so people are coming to us. It's in the news every day almost, aspects of carbon management, mitigation, adaptation, climate change, yeah. It's definitely a growth area.
As you're talking to some of the bigger companies, are they missing a trick? Are they missing out on things like water, waste and so on?
Yeah, yes and no. I think clearly big companies have been looking at environmental issues for a number of years, for cost issues amongst other issues, but now there's a PR issue. Consumers are aware of global climate change issues. If you go into a big supermarket, people will be saying, no, I don't want to recycle, I don't want a plastic bag, I want to recycle it. So I think companies are responding to that. So there's a traditional bottom line issue in terms of cutting costs, responding to legislation, which is a traditional driver. Possibly a newer driver is consumer demand. Companies have to respond to consumers.
You mentioned legislation. What kind of legislation will be affecting companies over the next 2 years?
Clearly, climate change targets affecting not only power generators but all businesses. Recycling legislation, landfill, that's affecting everybody. So big corporate, small corporate companies, consumers in our homes. I mean, environmental legislation is affecting all of us.
And what's your tip for people, I suppose, to be green? Do you give any? Is there a standard format that you give people?
That's a tough one. We do get involved in public awareness type initiatives as well as engineering type solutions for big companies and policies. So there isn't one tip, but I think there's certainly more information out there. There's more awareness. So I think, in a sense, there's no excuse for consumers not to be aware, although sometimes they may get confused and overwhelmed by the amount of information. But a single tip that would be difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.